We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Yaya Diaby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Here's Shuck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vincent Bundy say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. Emeka Egbuka. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
27-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate?
Bucky Irving, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. Will get that complete to Vele. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
19, Tiger, 19.
They run it again with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
Off the play fake, Shuck. He lets it go deep for Olave. Got to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. A run up the middle with Irvin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Kamara up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield down. Short throw, it's Higbee. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
180.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
3 yards. Complete to number 7, Bucky Irving. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get to play in the 2nd. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
180.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
He was taken down.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by Chase Young. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Shuck. They'll get this out to Kamara. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 64 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
180! What's up?
Now Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
180!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Slot man moves right. Shuck now to throw. And it is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
2nd down and inches. He completes it to Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd and 2. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Going across the formation. There's Otten with it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game. The team's coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. The Bucs offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
180.
They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the gun with Irvin. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mayfield to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
4 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the
throwing. Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin from 19 yards away. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw now, Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. pickup. And the Saints first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. And he's caught by Vele. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's Chris Olave. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Saints first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Shuck. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
To throw is Shuck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave from 6 yards away. And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Finding room in midfield. And he'll take this down the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 5.
At the Saints 36-yard line.
180. What's that?
Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Mayfield down. Open man is Ibuka. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's a handoff to Irving. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Complete. It's Johnson. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack. And
he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Devon Bailey from 8 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the handoff, this is Irving. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Baker. That's complete right around the 8. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here is Shuck and the Saints down by a field goal. 53 ticks to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll come up now. This is second and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Back to throw. That is caught. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brings up second and 7.
He's back to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
The 41-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll look to throw. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So that, Charles, a season long. And since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, so everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Tampa Bay, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
National Football League.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 12 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
To Bucky Irving. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And some room to run now. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
180.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Now a second and 10.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Throwing, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irving. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
180.
Mayfield to throw it. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jalen Walker. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there in every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. Now we're behind his man, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On the return, Johnson. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Mayfield now. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Riley Dixon in punt formation.
2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. That's Mooney. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
20.
They go play action. Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mayfield. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
180.
Now Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, 180.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And this is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's Tucker. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sean Tucker his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's Cousins. He'll try and do this himself. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And it's throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now Cousins. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Yaya Diaby in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over first and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Second and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Tucker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 36-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 yards. That's good for a first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Raheem Mostert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hassan Reddick. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Johnson on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Complete to Chris Godwin.
Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Ibuka. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
180!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
15 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mayfield now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
And they'll run with Tucker. Down right around the 25. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
They run. It's Tucker. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Now he's going to step up and run. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
180.
Mayfield. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
20.
Throwing. Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing. Cousins. Locates Mooney on the out route. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Cousins from the gun on third. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Falcons.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now 2nd and 9. Robinson with another carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
Cousins. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
To throw, Cousins. And it is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Elijah Moore, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
2nd and 10. At the 40.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
First down. First and 10 at the 13.
And again, it's Mayfield. Man, and he hits him in stride. And the Bucs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers.
Tucker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Set. 180. Stop.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but